Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 20 Minute Moat podcast by Volume.io. Here we talk with senior thought leaders and practitioners in the space of customer support to understand how customer support is evolving and how is tech enabling them to build delightful support experiences. And today I have a very special guest with me, Sumitra Patnaik, who is the head of customer support OLX India. Sumitra is a Green Belt Six Sigma certified professional with over 15 years of experience in the industry. Currently heading customer support for the classified business in OLX India. In her current role, she is responsible for driving consistency in customer support standards across various customer touchpoints and balancing the customer support strategy with both operational delivery and process efficiency. Sumitra, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Siddharth. It's a pleasure being on your show.
Sumitra, why don't you start off by introducing yourself and your role to our listeners?
I am a Green Belt Six Sigma certified professional with over 15 years of experience, and my experience has been varied, but yes, more focused towards customer relationship management and customer support. So I am responsible for driving consistency in the customer support standards, and this includes, say, various touch points like the email desk and the call center and social media. Where we try and balance the strategy with both the delivery, the operational delivery, and the efficiency for the processes.
All right. And this is quite, you have a very rich experience and a very varied experience, right? And this is where I would like to pick on your experience and your thought processes. How do you, like with OLX and that industry classified business, how do you feel the industry has evolved over the last few years and especially over the last year?
So I'd say the COVID-19 has brought in a massive disruption, right, and has left a lasting mark on customers. So it was no different for us. And since the onset of the pandemic, I think the biggest shift has been in customers now wanting more of safe exchanges rather than fast exchanges. In these rather unusual times, keeping a real-time check on the changing preferences and quickly innovating to redesign customer journeys will be key.
Got it. Completely agree with you on that. Given that you've been in the, on the customer support and, managing the entire team at OLX, especially in the classified business, how is customer support seen?
Well, at OLX, we love to unlock value for our customers. And every single month, we have over 320 million people use our platforms to easily, safely, and conveniently find what they're looking for. So be it, finding their perfect home, or say buy or sell a car, find a great job, or sell things they don't need, or even, strike a great deal on something that they would need. So having said that, we are a truly customer-centric company, from defining those opportunities to designing our products and thereby solving these customer challenges that come on our way.
All right. You talked about customer challenges, right? And I'll just pick you on this. What were the major customer challenges you faced in the past year, and how much of an impact did the pandemic have on your industry and business?
Okay. So here I would like to, replace the word challenges because I saw these as opportunities. And I believe that the pandemic did expose the industry to a plethora of opportunities to prepare for 2020 and beyond. And no doubt service teams were tested like never and forced to, adapt quickly to, say, the new and uncertain situations that came our way. But as a business, the shift to remote work has not impacted, say, our productivity or operations as much, because we were very quick to move to a work from home setup with the necessary tools and technology in place. What I'd say came as a real challenge, a challenge for us was an increase in, say, case volumes for, a couple of months, which obviously had a cascading effect on some of the other key metrics for us, which were very relevant and very important, like customer satisfaction scores and the abandon rate going a little high, with repeat callers calling us back to back. And, operationally, there was some fluctuation, but overall, we saw this as an opportunity which helped us rectify a lot of things which we were not thinking in the normal times.
All right. You talked about, how given the pandemic, how your team completely shifted, and how with the help of tools. Do you feel there is a need to reimagine the way customer support has evolved over the years? And was the pandemic a turning point that has forced organization to innovate when it comes to engaging with customers?
So customer support has definitely evolved over the years, from say having limited options to either have your queries resolved through say the telephony system, or say reach out to an email support desk, to today where we have multi-channel options available as per the customer's preference and the urgency, of course. And while I agree that the pandemic did catch us off guard and compelled us to rethink innovation while engaging with customers, but what I feel in my mind, innovation comes only after one has identified the why and the need of it. So making a strong customer, maintaining a strong customer experience during all times, according to me, is necessary, and it requires a lot of research and in-depth understanding of say the changing patterns and the newer customer pain points that keep emerging. So once you're alert on those and that understanding becomes very clear, then the planning for remediation and innovation becomes a much easier process, which then translates into great customer engagement.
Got it. And this is a question that I keep going back to a lot of leaders and ask them, right? Given that we have technology and we're using technology in and out, do you still get customers who still insist on interacting with customer agents? And in your opinion, what is the portion or the percentage of processes that are okay to be automated?
So what I believe, Siddharth, here is, customer service cannot be completely automated, as you'll always have some, a set of customers who prefer that human connect. There are times also where, as if you step into a customer's shoes and you are in a, you need some answers to your questions. Sometimes you're comfortable speaking to somebody rather than going through, chatbots or automated stuff, which probably doesn't solve or give you that answer. So we try and keep that in mind while we try to strike a fine balance between automation and how much we want to automate while keeping this human connect alive. But having said that, with intelligent technologies, deployed at the system level, we have automated significant parts of our processes, which say something which is very routine, like say ticket categorizations or automating generic customer queries or sending out surveys or automating answer recommendations or solutions. These help in quicker resolutions, no doubt. So it really makes sense to do so. And I think that it also gives the team more time to focus on the value added and the relevant interactions with customers, which is more important. And then it starts to impact our the key metrics like your customer satisfaction, which we think is very important. And of course, a first call resolution for us also is something that we really focus on, so that customers don't have to call us back.
Got it. And while we were talking about technology and you talked about, automating a certain routine queries, how do you think chatbots and automation in general in the customer support industry will help the sales evolve?
Personally, I think chatbots are a great way to offer users real-time and round-the-clock, support to at least the queries which are very generic in nature and which do not need human intervention. So customers expect a very a speedy solution at times, right, where they need that answer quickly for something which they don't have to really go through your complex IVRs, or you don't have to wait for some time to connect with you. And chatbots really give you that leverage and they can answer a lot of questions for you, and no matter what time of the day it is. So that's the best bit of chatbots. And they also help you operationally. I think they also help you level out the query volumes across channels and reduce say manpower costs and simplify tasks and remove the repetition from the workflows.
Got it. Understood. And you know, when we talk about the customer support, we typically talk about building us like building a community which propels your brand forward. So in terms of that, right? How is OLX right? Is building a sense of community with its customers, and your thoughts on how changes in the way customer interacts with the brand can be actually very crucial.
Well, our organization does invest in reputable projects, and that enable local communities to transition to a lower carbon economy. And on your second point of how I think the changes in the way customers interact helps the brand. I think it's really it is very important, and keeping a close watch on the way the changes in ways customers interact super useful. Why I say so? Because it helps the brand sense the need for any kind of a change in terms of say redesigning a journey or a particular process, or even modifying existing touch points from time to time. It really helps you keep a tab.
Got it. Got it. And this is something which I've been you know. being to ask you since I started the podcast with you and I started the discussion. What do you think are the best practices when it comes to providing customers with a delightful experience, right? And I'm going to break this question into two parts. Your thoughts on what used to work and what works today.
Okay, but sure. So I'll answer. I'll try and answer this one, in the most appropriate way, while probably sharing my personal thoughts here. So creating a delightful support experience, I think, is a continuous journey. It is a continuous process of improvisation and is evolving as we speak. So to say, you can seldom follow a rule book of best practices, because a best practice yet practice yesterday may not be the best practice today. So like I said, it is continuously evolving, and the experience cannot be measured with a particular metric, as it is not. It's about an experience that we're talking of. It is about the customer's emotions in this journey with the brand. So I think it is more than just one interaction or a few interactions. It is a whole gamut of other sub experiences that determine this overall experience, which is the final outcome. So even things like how easy is it to reach the customer care number, or how quickly do you get a response to your query, or do you have to navigate through complex voice systems to finally talk to an agent, or is the chatbot even effective enough to answer what you're looking at? And lastly, the effective issue resolution, which has in-depth understanding of the problem, and which gives you the where they give you the accurate solutions for your problem, so that you don't have to run pillar to post to kind of solve for it. So these are experiences in whole. If I look at it from that point of view, and just one experience or just one if we fix one thing, it cannot kind of determine how good your customer experience has been. It is like a process which you have to maintain.
Got it. Uh, and and this is something for all our listeners out there, because you have seen the transition of the industry completely. How do you think customer support will evolve in the next 2 years?
Well, I think technology plays an important role here. And when I look at customer support in the next 2 years, I think technology brings in that much needed flavor to, customer support, with a whole lot of excitement and newer and easier ways to connect with your customers. So be it, sharing transactional information, or education through videos, or real-time messaging, chatbots, AI, or even intuitive self-service. All of these have the potential to make the big impact in the day-to-day workings of of customer success practitioners.
Got it. And again, your thoughts on how the tech should evolve in the customer support space.
Tech is already evolving, and I think, like I said, I think I already answered this question, where I said tech is the much needed favor that customer support has been waiting for. And it goes without saying that product interventions and technology changes is what is making customer support relevant in these times, and tech no doubt will play an important role.
Thank you so much for being on the show with us, Sumitra. I couldn't stop asking questions, but yeah, I mean, there is a point where you need to stop it. But yeah, I mean, thank you so much, and thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. I have enjoyed every bit of it. I hope our listeners have the same.
Thanks for that. I did have a wonderful time speaking to you.
Thank you for listening in to our episode today. We'll be back with another interesting, thoughtful, and insightful episode shortly. In the meanwhile, you could check out our previous episodes on worloop.io/podcasts. If you're looking to build delightful support experiences, do reach out to us on hello@worloop.io. Till next time, this is Sid from worloop.io signing off.